some provinces like New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Alberta is going through very, very serious labor shortage. So what they're trying to do is, by inviting people to apply for their provincial nominee program, after making it a lot easier for people to apply for it, so that's how they are attracting more immigrants to their province. Hi everyone, this is Lisa from the Problem Consulting Agency. It's been a while since last time I actually created any kind of immigration informative videos. Just to give you a little bit of updates in my life, I had to move, so that is probably the reason why I was kind of slacking off on making more videos, but we were still busy working, applying for all different types of provincial nominee programs and express entry programs. We've been dealing with a lot more foreign nationalities, not just completely focusing on Korean market. So here is a factual thing for you guys. If you have seen my videos for the past couple of years, you would probably understand by now what's the difference between express entries and provincial nominee programs. So each province in Canada has their own immigration stream. It's only because some provinces like New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Alberta is going through very, very serious labor shortage. So what they're trying to do is, by inviting people to apply for their provincial nominee program, after making it a lot easier for people to apply for it, so that's how they are attracting more immigrants to their province. Because otherwise, most of the people wants to go either Toronto or Vancouver or even in BC. It's only because BC has a better weather. I wouldn't say better, but I guess milder, less colder weather, even in winter. And just to tackle that situation, a lot of different provinces that has their own immigration stream that is relatively easier than other provinces. But I'm not going to get too deeper on every provinces today, but we will go through a simple ones like AAIP is Alberta, PMP stream, SIMP Saskatchewan's, and then also AIMP Atlantic. So all those three provinces is reducing the cut line for permanent residency. So what you need to understand is, even if you do get picked to apply for their provincial nominee program, at the end of the day, the final decision comes down to immigration regulation of Canada. So there always will be two different processing when you're applying for the permanent residency. If you did not have enough score for express entries, which is a type of immigration stream that is covered and dealt directly by CIC, so you have decided to go with the provincial nominee program. Obviously, there's the pre-mentioned reason that I have already explained. So you were to apply for the PMP, then you get nominated by the PMP, which means provincial. Then you will use that nomination to apply for your permanent residency, whose processing will be assessed by CIC. So here are the steps for provincial nominee program. You created profile for each provincial nominee program. Let's just say if you want to apply for the BC PMP program, you have to create a BC PMP profile first. And then what? Wait till you get a nomination or approval letter from the each provincial bureau. And then once you get that nomination letter, you will be using that letter to apply for your permanent residency with a CIC. And once the CIC receive all those documentation that require for them to process your permanent residency, they will going through very, very slow process to make sure that you're not going to be harmful to Canadian government. And once they finish their job, then you will get your AOR, which is another letter that you will be using to get your permanent residency card. So it's not just when you get one nomination from the provincial nominee program, it doesn't mean that your immigration processing is done and over. That is why it is handy to know how is this processing works. And sometimes people get really confused with what are the difference between provincial nominee program and then the express entry program. That is the reason why I'm creating this video, and I'm hoping that this will give you some senses to understand what are the differences and how you should tackle this processing. And if you obviously do have a problem, or if you need some kind of professional help, I'm here to help. Just feel free to go on www.nohproblem.com, and we will be loving to help you with going through each step processing. Just for this summer, we are doing insane promotion deal on express entry stream, especially. The retainer fee is going to be $2,000 Canadian, unless you have any kind of difficult ground or obstacle for me to overcome. For example, if you have a criminal record, that's a completely different scenario. But if you do have a 1-year experience, if you have already English score result and everything else is good to go, from the start to get your permanent residency, our promotional deal applies to your cases. It's only going to be $2,000 plus GST. So why not? It's very, very stressful documentation work. I'm not saying that you cannot do this on your own. Of course, everyone can do this, right? It's just when you're making a minor mistake, and if you did have to make a modification on your application, that will be delaying your permanent residency processing. And I know you guys are always eager to get your PR as soon as possible. That's always the answer to that. They always wanted to get it as soon as possible. The easiest way to get it as soon as possible is to get that application perfectly done from the get-go. So that's why my expertise comes in handy. So please feel free to contact with me at any time, and I will do my best to get back to you within 24 hours. Okay, bye.